Make sure your outdoor animals have plenty of cold water to drink. That's your classic 101 forecast.
Welcome to All Things Rutherford, here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB Rutherfordton. Now here's your host, Todd and Tracy.
Yes, indeed. Here we are this morning on this Wednesday, July the 12th. Beautiful, clear sky outside this morning. 66 degrees as we look over beautiful downtown Whitesides Road. Traffic is at a minimum. Tracy, if you noticed, I moved your chair a little closer to the window overlooking beautiful downtown Whitesides Road. Because for some reason, people don't believe that we're on the 82nd floor of the isothermal towers, Tower 2, Suite B. I had Ricardo move your chair over closer to the window where you get a better
thank you
view.
so much. Got beautiful sunrise this morning.
People just act
can't
like
miss it.
Can't miss the isothermal towers. Great to have you here with us on this Wednesday. Well, it's hump day.
Yes, it is again.
That's right.
It seems like that. It's like Monday. It just kind of rolls.
Yep.
It keeps on rolling,
Next
don't
thing
it?
you know, there it is, Wednesday. We're on a downhill slide toward the weekend. Of course, we don't want to ever wish any time away.
Yeah.
But it seems like it just faster.
Yeah, no, we don't have to wish it. It just goes away.
I remember when I was a kid, like in school, it took like 4 years to get to the next Christmas.
I remember.
And like now you turn around and it's already Christmas
But you know,
again.
you think about it, kids don't have a concept of time. They don't.
I did.
I know. Well,
I was ready for the next Christmas is what I was. Next
kids
birthday.
don't even think about time.
It was. I knew it was getting when the leaves started turning. I knew we was fixing to get into some good fall weather because, hey, candy was coming up. Halloween. So me and my buddies would all get dressed up and we'd go. Oh, we thought it was a great one year. We got chauffeured around. Trick or treating.
Right.
We went over to the rich neighborhood. They give out. No, you don't get little bubble gum, little hard candy. You get like a half a Snicker bar. That's where we was tearing it up.
Don't you remember when, I think it was probably about August, this came in?
Halloween is in October.
The Sears catalog, smarty pants. The Sears catalog would come in about August. And I remember.
The middle of it, the Christmas book.
Yes.
You know, I still have the last.
Yeah. I'd have so many things circled.
I have the last Sears catalog that was ever published.
Really?
Yep. I got it at home.
Well, you better hold on to it because I don't. Yeah, Sears, they're completely out of business. Aren't they?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, I think they are. I think all of them. There might be a few in other parts.
You didn't even have to send off for that thing.
No.
They just
sent it to you. Oh, that was a thrill.
Get the toy section back there.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at all the toys coming out. Man. G.I. Joe and Transformers and He-Man.
I had all the baby dolls circled.
Hot Wheels. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I miss those little times like that. Kids, there's so much joy that some of the kids today are missing out on.
I remember thumbing through getting to the toy section and coming to the women's underwear section. I was like, oh my gosh. And I thought that was a sin. Oh, I can't look at that. Can't look at that. Yeah, that was some. But yeah, the toy section, the Sears catalog, and it's amazing the stuff that you could buy from Sears catalog.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy a whole house.
You could buy a house. And I didn't learn that until I was a couple years ago.
Back in
there was houses for sale there.
Back in the early days of, I would say World War II era, right after that, you could actually buy military surplus guns.
Really?
From Sears catalog. You could buy a Tommy gun.
Can you imagine that? Imagine that.
Oh, I would love that.
And there was no mass shootings back then either.
Hey, your granddads came home with their weapons from the war that they could buy.
Right.
And then when the war was over, they'd sell them.
Heck, I remember when in school, and you remember this too, the guys that was the hunters in school that had their guns up on a gun rack and parked in the parking lot at school.
Yep, I carried had a 12-gauge shotgun loaded in the trunk of my car.
Yeah.
Every day my junior and senior year because
no school shootings. Nobody thought about it.
We shot skeet in behind East Rutherford High. We had a skeet shooting team. Yep. And now, boy, I tell you what, let me say this, and there'd be a lot less mass shootings if people were armed.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had your gun in the car.
Well, it was a different group of people back then, too.
Oh, yeah, we had no concept of carrying a gun into school.
No, nobody even thought about stuff like that.
That was something we didn't do. We knew better because, first of all, did we do that? If we did that, okay, yeah, the police would come. Yeah, you'd get in trouble with the principal. Yeah, you'd probably get arrested, but guess what? Guess who would find out about it? Your daddy.
Yeah.
And then when you get home, he'd kill you. So, I mean, that's that.
Oh,
I remember
Lord.
Kenyon got in a fight. One time, Kenyon got in a fight. And the kid came by and said something. Kenyon mouthed off to him. I don't know where he gets his mouth from.
I have no clue. We'll have to take a vote on that one.
I think his mama's got a lot to do with his mouth attitude.
Karen.
Little joker. But
we're sorry, Karen. We're sorry you have to live with Todd.
He mouthed off something to that kid, and the kid turned and came back. I guess he said something Kenyon said something he didn't like. Well, Kenyon just stood up where he was. Mm-hmm. Well, the kid shoved him.
Right.
Well, I always taught Kenyon from a young age, never start a fight, but always end it. Mm-hmm. If he gives you this much, give him back that much, a little bit more. Equal, but a little bit more.
Right.
So kid pushed him, stumbled him back. Well, Kenyon shoved him to the ground. And when he come back up, he swung at Kenyon and missed, and Kenyon caught him in the stomach.
Ooh.
It was just little, that was it.
Right.
You know? Well, they both get expelled because zero tolerance.
Yep.
And Karen called me on the way home from work, and she's like, well, I think you're going to be mad when you get home. I said, how do you know? Well, Kenyon got in a fight. I was like, okay. That's all I need to know. I said, let me call the school resource officer, find out what happened. So I did. On my way home, I called a Sergeant Lee. I think it was Chris Lee. I think you went to school with Chris. Karen
I did.
And he said, I just so happened to be pulling up. I was like, did you do anything I didn't tell you to do? No, Daddy. I said, well, good. Enjoy your vacation. So he got his homework done. By all means, I do not condone violence in school. But you can't let the bullies get away with it.
You got to stand up for yourself.
You got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, you do.
If nobody will stand up for you, call me.
Heck, we didn't have resource officers. I remember in school, if boys got in a fight, they just fought it out. And then they got up, and that was the end of it.
I tell you what, my buddy Coach Grissom, I've seen him drag many of people down the hall by their ankles.
Yep.
Straight to the principal's office.
Just let them fight it out.
Coach Grissom get a hold of you. You know somebody got a hold of you. Because Coach Grissom, I'm way bigger than Coach Grissom now, but that man still scares me. I'd be afraid he'd snatch me up and carry me down the hall. Not going. And him and Coach Champion, I love Coach Champion. He passed away not too long, a couple years ago.
I remember that.
But I see Coach Grissom every now, Bud Grissom. I see him every now and then up at the. Used to see him up at the buffet breakfast up at the Green Hill. It was Union Mills Learning Center.
Oh, okay.
Is that where it is?
Yeah, I think that's where they have it.
And he's still big. He's still a big old boy. I'd be afraid he'd snatch me and just drag me down the hall.
But you know something? When I went to kindergarten, at Sunshine School, kindergarten through 8th grade is the way we were, and then we went to high school.
Yep.
I don't ever remember anybody fighting. I don't remember any of us fighting.
I remember just a few that got out of hand.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of girls in the bathroom there at the end of the Seahole at
pulling each other's hair and stuff.
East High. They got to fighting, and Miss Chapman went in, and Miss Chapman got hit, and that's when Coach Grissom went in. And he had one by the head or in a headlock, and one by the ankle. Oh Lord, yeah. Coach Grissom, if I'm incriminating you, I apologize, but that's just the way it was. You know, he broke the fight up.
Right.
He got him to the principal's office, and that was the end of it. They got expelled, or actually, I think they probably got in-school suspension. You remember that?
Yes, I sure
Having to sit in that lonely room all day by yourself with another teacher.
You know, I went to the principal's office one time in high school, and that's because I got tardy. I was standing outside the classroom, and it was my biology teacher, And I was down there with my boyfriend every time. We were supposed to be in our seats when the bell rang,
Yep.
and I wasn't. She sent me to the office because I had gotten, that's my third tardy for doing that. And that just broke my heart in two because I had to go to the principal's office to get a tardy.
Got to go see Connie Mack Hamrick. God, I had to go see Connie Mack a couple of times. Nothing major, but yeah, it was school days, man. I miss it. It was some great times. Got to hang out with most of my senior year with lunch. I usually didn't even take a lunch. I went and got me a pack of crackers or something. And me and Jennifer hung out in the science classroom there for lunch. Jennifer Thompson, good friend of mine, good friend of yours too.
Yes, she is.
She's a Tate now.
Yep.
And
I think her and her husband have been traveling out west.
I've been traveling all over the world.
Yep, I've been seeing them on Facebook. They're all
she's
over.
She's going to be a gunfighter is what she's going to be. 11 minutes after 7 o'clock, let's go ahead and get started with our, I keep saying Saturday, get that out of my head.
And we're not calling the sheriff today.
Not calling the sheriff's department today.
They're not available today.
They are covered up this morning, busy. We'll get an update on that and as quick as we can. Maybe they'll let us know what's going on a little later on in the morning, or if nothing else, we will talk to them again in the morning, find out what's happening today. So we're going to head to 911 communications first. We'll do that after this.
With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks, famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings.
Hi, I'm Kristen Chenoweth. When many servicemen and women return home, they carry with them the invisible wounds of war. But thanks to the life-saving power of the human-animal bond, professionally trained service dogs can help. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program, which provides specially trained service dogs free of charge to veterans in need. Let's help our veterans heal from the invisible wounds of war.
Joe Meek was born in Virginia in 1810. He had little use for school, so at the age of 16, he left home. Later in life, Joe did teach himself how to write, and he read the classics of his day. But when he wrote, his spelling and grammar was highly creative. At the age of 19, Joe headed out west, and for 10 years lived the life of a mountain man. He was a favorite at rendezvous, telling stories of his adventures, stories that were not only humorous, but often highly exaggerated. By 1840, Meek realized the era of the mountain man was coming to an end. So he took his Indian wife and led a wagon train over the Oregon Trail. Meek settled down in western Oregon and became a farmer. At this time, Oregon wasn't a territory of the United States, and there was no military protection from Indians. In 1847, Meek led a delegation to Washington seeking territorial status. The heavily bearded and buckskin-clad Meek was a sight to behold. He announced himself as the envoy extraordinary and minister plenipotentiary from the Republic of Oregon to the Court of the United States. Congress responded by making Oregon a territory. Meek returned home as Oregon's U.S. Marshal. He got heavily involved in politics, helping found Oregon's Republican Party. During the latter part of Meek's life, there were strong anti-Indian feelings in Oregon. With an Indian wife and children of mixed nationality, Meek endured what came his way and remained to his death on June 20, 1875, a man of integrity, courage, and magnetism. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
15 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Sheriff's Department out of pocket this morning. They are very busy over there this morning. Called and said they would not be available, so we're going to check in with 911 Communications, and Lindsay's with us this morning. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well.
And what's on that report for us?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County 911 Communications has processed 500 911 calls and administrative calls which consisted of 50 EMS, 136 Sheriff's Office, 54 Forest City, 5 Lake Lure, 43 Rutherfordton, 49 Spindale, and there are no fire calls listed, and that is all.
Lindsay, thanks so much for your report, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Lindsay with that report from the 911 Communications Center and the 911 Communications Center report and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department report being brought to you by the fine folks over at Jay's Discount Grocery. Well, folks, I want you to stop into Tony's Fresh Produce Market today. I want you to go there today. Load up on all your favorite veggies and fruits. They've got the local strawberries, watermelon, seeded and seedless, and that's some good watermelon, too. Had one a couple of days ago over the weekend. They've got some Silver Queen corn, Cherokee purple tomatoes, cherries, grapes. Blueberries are in stock, so go by and get you some blueberries. Make some blueberry muffins or blueberry pancakes
yeah, that sounds so good.
Scones or
just eat them plain right out of the little pack.
Pop them things in your mouth and just have a ball with them. Be sure to get one of those delicious cantaloupes as well. Also have half-runner green beans. They've got homemade pies, cakes, fudge are all available at Tony's Produce. They've got cheese and milk and sausage, and they got all kind of stuff over there in the refrigerator there.
I wonder if you eat half-runner green beans, if you can run a half a mile.
I think so. I think that's why they call them that. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 until 7, Sundays 10 until 4. Tony's is located at 773 North Washington Street in Rutherfordton. You can call them at 287-9495. I still need to go over there and try one of those pink pineapples. I have not made it over there to get one of those.
I was just over there yesterday, but we got to talking about everything, and I forgot about the pink pineapple.
See, that would be the opposite of me. I would worry about the food and go to talking later. That's just me, though. Go see Tony over at Tony's Produce. Tell him Todd and Tracy sent you by.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Ruby Taylor with us from the SDO Fire District. Ruby, good morning. How you doing?
Doing all right.
What do you have for us today, Ruby?
They didn't have anything, and on my birthday calendar I got Philip Marr having a birthday today, and the signs are in the neck today, and I'm going to the arms tomorrow, and that's all I got.
All right, Ruby. Have a good day. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye. Ruby Taylor with that report from the SDO Fire District. Let us know what's happening over in that area. Shiloh, Danieltown, Oakland. Going to move up to Chris Melton in the Chimney Rock Fire District. We'll do that next.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Not able to get a hold of Chris up at the Chimney Rock Fire District, so we're going to move over to the Polk County area, Tryon Equestrian Center. See if we can get a hold of our friend Steve Ernest over there this morning. See if anything's happening over that way. You know, there's always a lot going on at the Tryon Equestrian Center. Lots of music events going on. We'll get Steve on here and tell us all about it. Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Good morning, Todd. How's everybody?
Good.
They're doing pretty good so far.
Friend?
Oh, I'm doing great, Precious. I'm doing great. It's another beautiful morning here, and we're really looking forward to this week. We got 3 live performances, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 different artists or groups and coming up. And, of course, Thursday we have Steph and Sarah on the Legend stage. All of these performances will be on the Legend stage, which is right inside the Funeral common area when you first come in the property across from Rogers and between Rogers and Legends and the general store that we have. Then on Friday we have which is two people performing acoustic plastic nighttime music. They're very talented.
Not good, is it?
Yeah. So and on Saturday during our Saturday Night Live's event, we have Abby Bryant and the Echoes performing, and that'll be in between and during and before all of our other activities that we have going on between 6 and 10:30 p.m. there at the Equestrian Center. So a lot going on for the kids and for the adults, and bring the whole family out and enjoy a good time. We are not charging anything for any kind of admission or parking, or it's kind of like we get something to or eat. That'll be a fee, but you said the other day, that's a nominal fee.
That's right.
For what the other, yeah.
You're getting a lot of free entertainment for, what you might pay to eat. So, I mean, that's a good way to look at that.
It really is. You can't beat it.
Yep.
Get a meal at the show.
And I'll be the guy. I'll be the guy in the yellow vest, one of the guys. So reach out to me and say hello. I'll be performing several different duties out there. So it's based on the day. So anyway, come out and see us. We'll be out there Saturday evening, and of course every day in between and before. So
that's right.
A lot going on out here.
Sounds good, Steve. We'll send them over that way. Hope you have a wonderful day. We'll catch you again tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Steve with that report from the Trine Equestrian Center over in the Polk County area. Let us know what's happening over in that area. A lot of entertainment groups coming up this weekend, and it's all free. That's the good thing about it. I like free.
That is the key word, free.
Free. Go there and you may spend some money on a meal, but hey, the entertainment is free. It sounds like a good deal to me. We're going to check in with DeVern Upton. Do that next.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
Trying to get a hold of DeVern Upton over in the Bostic Fire District. Unable to get her on the first attempt there, so we'll call her back again. Maybe she's in a bad area. She's moving around.
Everybody's sleeping in this
trying
one,
to get it going. It's Wednesday. Boy, Wednesday hits hard for some people.
I was sleepy. I couldn't hardly get up this morning.
Now I got to be able to get a hold of DeVern, so we'll move over to Robbie Samuel, Mount Vernon Fire District. We'll talk to him next.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
This morning.
7:24 on this Wednesday morning, July the 12th-ish.
The 12th-ish.
12th-ish. Chad Medford checking in with us on the YouTube. Good morning, Chad. Hope you're having a good day.
Good morning,
Chad.
Chad.
Work this morning. Always catches us on YouTube because he said when his radio gets to a certain point, it cuts out.
Mm-hmm.
So he can tune in on the phone and listen to it through his car, and he can still listen to us. So there you go. Chad, good morning, sir. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Robbie Samuel with us from the Mount Vernon Fire District. Got him a fresh cup of coffee before he sat down with us, so he's good to go.
That's right. You got to have the coffee.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, in my case this morning, I'm not having coffee. I'm having a Mountain Dew. Ice cold ice Mountain Dew.
Of course.
I was half asleep when I was coming to work this morning. I swear I about fell asleep. And I thought, I have got to run over somewhere and get me a Mountain Dew so I can wake up.
I got to wake up.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, she'll come in with a big old cup of coffee here in just a little bit.
Yeah, she will.
Well, speaking of Mountain Dew and stopping at the store, and I know there's a few around, but do y'all miss drink machines?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah,
I hadn't even thought about it till you said that, Robbie. I do miss drink machines.
Yeah, you used to could just, you'd be going down the road, and then there'd be a random drink machine.
Yeah.
You'd pull over and get you a drink, and it was just always the best drink.
Put 25 or 50 cents in it, and now they're $3.
I remember I was helping a fella one Sunday afternoon. He wanted me to come down after church one day and help him. He was clearing off some of his land. He was needing to move some limbs and stuff around. Said he'd pay me, buy me a drink or whatever. That was at the time where Coca-Cola, remember they had them little pop tops?
Yeah.
And it would pop a prize up out of it.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. They had like
But you're much older than me,
$5,
so.
$10, $5, $10, $20 would pop out of it. So we were out there working. It was July. I was sweating I was sweating. Boy, I was covered in sweat. So thirsty. And the only thing I could think about was there's a drink machine down the street there. It's got a Coke, ice cold Coca-Cola. Store's closed, so you can't go inside, but machines out there. All I could do to drum up 50 cents, I went down there and I put it in there and I popped the top and up popped the $5 bill.
Oh.
I'd have rather had a Coke at that point. Because now I'm out of a Coke. I ain't got no change. I can't get change for a $5 bill. We're out in the middle of nowhere. I was so mad at that.
Why do I not remember this?
I was so mad.
You remember those, Robbie?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, pop the top on them, and sometimes a little prize would come up out of them. But it sounded like a regular drink.
Really? I'll have to check into that. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was a treat.
Yep.
Huh.
And I remember getting the free drinks, that sort of thing, but not money.
Don't you remember every once in a while, you're talking about one would just fall out? It would just
that would be...
like Fonzie, just hit the machine and fell. But I do miss those drink machines.
Yeah, because 90% of the time, well, not 90% of the time, but several times you'd go to the store. I'd rather go to the drink machine than go inside the store.
They were colder.
That's why they took them out.
And they were colder, too.
Oh, yeah, a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's just something about that fall on the drink.
Yeah, that's true.
Something good.
Yep. And as all these telephones that used to be around, phone booths.
Yep.
It was actually, I just found the advertisement. It was actually called a Magic Can. Coca-Cola Classic is making history with Magic Cans. Look and feel like real cans until you open them, then cold, hard cash pops up. Win cash instantly. It could be $5, $10, or even $500 a pop.
So wait, so you got a $5 bill?
And I should have kept the can.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out how this works. You got an actual $5 bill?
That's how it looked.
It was in your Coke?
No. The Coke, it wasn't actually a Coke. It was just a Magic Can. There wasn't no Coca-Cola in it whatsoever.
Okay.
It was not a drink. It was just money.
Oh.
So when you popped it, up come your money.
No, I don't remember that at all.
And at that point, I'd have much rather had to.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, you can tell by the way them fellers are dressed there what era that was, mid 80s, early 80s. It looks like the Breakfast Club there.
Oh my gosh.
Robbie, have you ever had something else I thought about coming to work this morning? You ever had a certain smell? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. A certain smell that reminds you of something.
Yeah.
Like Brute 33 for me reminds me of my dad because that's the aftershave he used.
Right.
Yeah.
And like my wife was talking about how every time she went to her grandmother's house, or was her aunt? I can't remember, but it was roses because she kept fresh roses in her house all the time.
That's nice.
Ain't that cool? The way
memories come back like that.
The way a smell or a song take you back to a certain time. Yep, that's cool.
Yeah. Songs. The only smell that really comes to mind that reminds me of, if y'all knew Carl Edgerton, which is Mac Edgerton's daddy. He's a farmer here in the community, and we'd go up there in the summers as a kid and help and stuff, and the boxwoods. I always smell those boxwoods.
Oh, yeah.
So now if I smell a boxwood, it makes me think of their boxwoods for whatever reason, because they had some huge boxwoods at one time at their house, just around their house. But that's really the only thing that comes to mind. I'm sure there's more.
That's cool the way things like that can jog your memory, sweep you back in time.
That's true.
Yeah. Especially songs. Songs is probably more than anything because it's just,
Yeah, that's true.
I remember one song in particular. I was in college, and wasn't much going on. And one of the ladies I was in class with, she's like, "Hey, let's go get us a drink." So I think we load up in my car and we head over to the drink. And her dad ran skates and stuff. Her dad ran it. He was there. She's like, "Let's go see my dad." So we went over to see her dad, and she had to ask him a question or something. He's like, "Hey, you guys want to skate?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, I want to skate. Been a little bit since I did it. Let's see if I still got it." I barely still had it. But she was out there running around me. She was like doing loops around me, skating backwards, and I was just like, oh, my gosh. And he cut the lights off and turned that disco ball on, and he started playing Drive by the Cars.
Oh.
And I don't know why that sticks out in my head.
Yeah, I love that.
And me and her just skated around in there with the disco ball on, and that every time that song comes on, I think of that. Boop, right there.
Good memories.
Yep, it's something. That just triggers. But you was talking about the Sears and Roebuck stuff this morning too. I was going to tell you, y'all remember we did a control burn on Green Street back first of this year, after the first of this year.
Yep.
And according to one of our firefighters, Donald Hutchins, I don't know if y'all know him, but he told us that was a Sears and Roebuck house that we done some painting in.
Oh, that's cool.
And
oh my goodness!
It was. I thought that was pretty neat. And honestly, looking at the house, I would have never thought that it was a store-bought house that was delivered and put together as a kit. It was a beautiful house. I remember as a kid driving by it, it was always a pretty place. And of course, everything goes downhill and people die and move off.
Yeah, that's true.
But I thought y'all found that interesting. There's probably more in this county than we realize.
Oh, I bet so too. I'd love to see one, actually. I mean...
Oh, that was the way to just have your house delivered and build it yourself. It was like a kit.
Well, those, if I'm not mistaken, aren't some log cabins kits? Log cabin homes?
Yeah,
They're
sure
kits, aren't they?
Some of those are kit form,
In the Home Depot, they sell a lot of those barns and stuff as kits now. And through their website, you go in there sometime and look at them. You can shop around for like $80,000, $90,000 barns. It's just like it's nothing. I'm going to order this through the mail.
Yeah.
You know, like Lowe's sells little tiny houses now.
I know this one lady, they're taking an old barn and turning it into a house. They're calling it a barn, what do they call it? I can't remember what she called it. Anyway,
I know what
she
you're talking
turned a
about.
barn into a house.
A barn dominium?
Yes, that's
Something
what it's
like
called,
that.
a barn dominium. That's exactly what she called it. And
that's neat, though.
Yeah, it really is. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful when I get finished with it.
Oh yeah. Robbie, anything happened over in Mount Vernon this morning?
Well, no, not really. It's not this morning. The Hudlow Fire Department, they have stayed fairly quiet through the last 24 hours, so that's good. Roseland, we had about 4 or 5 medical calls yesterday and one through the night. And just want to remind everybody about the movie in the park this Friday, starting at dark, and the movie's going to be Turning Red. Finally got that title for you, I think I've been listening to the advertisement through the day too. They've been putting that on there too as well on the radio station. So Turning Red will be the movie this Friday, and Coffee and Cars will also be this Saturday on Central Street starting at 8 o'clock. And the town council meeting will be tonight at 5:30 at 129 North Main Street in Ruffin. So if you're interested in doing any of that and coming out and listening and learning about your town, come on out. But other than that, that's all I got going on. Yeah.
Well, all right, Robbie, we appreciate it. Hope you have a good day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right, sounds like a plan. See you then.
Bye-bye. Robbie Samuel with that report from the Mount Vernon Fire District. Going to check in with Sue Price. We'll do that next.
Cheryl, have you been to the Homeworks Design Center inside Henson Building Materials in Forest City?
Oh, yes. Shana, David, and William are incredible at designing kitchen and bath cabinetry for my new she shed.
Your what?
And they have a full line of windows and doors on display in their 5,000 square foot showroom. And they'll install any ones you pick out for me.
Oh, you're too good to me.
I know. With selling and installing, it's basically one-stop shopping.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
How's everything going over there?
I reckon it's going all right. Everything's quiet and calm, and just another hot day coming up.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. But the sun's out, and it's pretty out there this morning. I got a little bunny rabbit out there in the yard nibbling on grass.
They're so sweet hopping around, aren't they?
Oh, man.
Then you go throw him a carrot. He'll be much happier.
We got a hawk now that comes in our yard. I hope he don't get my bunny.
Oh, I guarantee he's got his eyes on that bunny. His stomach's growling.
I bet.
Oh, how's everything going over there this morning?
Well, it's quiet over here and calm. I reckon everything's going good as far as I know.
Oh, good.
And any calls from the fire department, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's always a good thing.
Mommy, we appreciate all they do, though. They have a lot of training to go through.
They sure do, and thank God for them.
I know.
I tell you what, they find themselves in a lot of situations sometimes.
That's right. You just never know. But we appreciate every one of them.
Anything else you got for us this morning, sir?
Well, I have one birthday for today, and it's on my personal calendar for Max Charles, so I hope Max is going to have a good day today and enjoy it. And we hope anybody's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day. And the Piney Mountain Boys will be at Duncan's Creek Church on July 23rd and during the morning worship service, so everybody enjoys having them with the church. And so far, that's all I have this morning. It's quiet and calm, looking for a good day, and I hope y'all will have one.
So you do the same. Tell Richard we said hello. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Sue Price with that report from the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. We're going to just move right on over to Tina White. Start to say Tina Kelly. I knew that wasn't right. Tina White over in the Shingle Hollow community this morning. See what Tina's got going on for us this morning. 67 degrees outside. Sun shining right down here on beautiful downtown Whiteside Road overlooking the Metroplex here. Tina, are you with us this morning?
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Tina.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad somebody is, because it seems like everybody's just dragging.
It does.
More like a Monday. More like a Monday morning than a Wednesday morning.
It does. It does in a way.
Wednesday.
I heard you talking about Mr. Grissom this morning. He lives near me, but I've yet to see him. But every time we go by his house, I say, Steve, I'd just like to see him out in the yard. Because when you saw Mr. Grissom dragging those girls or those guys, it was an adrenaline rush at East High School.
Oh,
there was a fight going on. It was
something. I'm telling you. Mr. Grissom, he wouldn't think nothing about snatching them up.
Everybody's watched The Christmas Story with the leg lamp, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Grissom has one, and it is, or his wife, one of them, and they put it up at Christmas, and it is so, I just like to drive by and look at the leg lamp in the big picture window.
That is funny. I love it.
That's what you need to add to your Christmas light.
It is. That's what you need, leg lamp.
I see that every year advertised right around Christmas, and they're not bad.
Right.
And, yeah, I definitely need to get me one of those. And a little Charlie Brown pine tree with one little red ball on
you
it. Little
do.
red Christmas ball.
That's what you need. Go back to our childhood.
Well, up here in Shingle Hollow, the past 24 hours has been quiet. It was hot and humid and almost unbearable in the middle of the day to go out. I feel for the people who have to work outside in this terrible heat. But there are some that just love it. That's why I like the rain, Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah, working out. These guys that work up like on roofs and stuff like that, I don't see how they do it.
No.
That's a hard job.
The secret to that is they're already out there doing it, and they have been for 2 hours.
Yeah.
They do it in the cool of the morning. They don't do it when it's 117 degrees.
Yeah, they usually get off early, I would think. But I don't see how they stand it by 1 and 2 o'clock.
Do it early in the morning, late in the evening.
Yep.
That's what I would try to do.
Yep.
I know that, it's daylight early. Some mornings, 5:45, it's bright. And, the sun's coming up. I believe I'd be on at my work site about that time and then take a long lunch nap during the hot part and go back in the evening. So anyway, I don't do that. So my hats off to you guys and ladies that do that.
I know. Number one, I don't see how they even get up on the roof, whether it's hot or cold.
Chad Medford just gave me an interesting fact. He said Coach Grissom was an All-American at UNC in football.
Really?
I could see that.
Yes, indeed.
I could definitely see that.
Well, there are no birthdays and there's no anniversaries. And like I said, the fire department didn't have any calls. There's one announcement, and that's for this Saturday, July 15th. Starts at 8 a.m. There's a concealed handgun permit course going on at the American Legion Post 74, which is the old Green Hill School. And the instructor is Kevin Lovelace. Cost is $60. And still time to sign up. So you could call 429-7476 to get any further information. Tracy, did you call him?
Do what? No, I did not. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. I can't. I know it. I need to do that. I really do, and I'm going to do it.
Maybe. He's a good instructor.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
I thought about Lou saying he calls her Ma Baker every time he sees her now.
Calls her what?
Ma Baker.
Ma Barker.
Ma Parker. Excuse me. Yeah, Ma Parker. She shoots. She shot. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh. That's right.
Oh, I might still be asleep a little this morning too, Todd. Thank you for that correction.
No problem. we gotta get our outlaw criminals right.
Yeah.
Is Lou an outlaw criminal?
Well, no, just her namesake, Ma Barker.
Oh.
Yeah, she was a famous outlaw back in the day. Her and her.
At first, I thought you were saying Bob Barker.
Ma Barker.
You'll have to Google her, Tracy.
Yeah, I will. Only one I know is like Annie Oakley.
Ma Barker was a little bit after that.
This is not even in the same category.
I know. Not even close. She's more like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's a bad girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You might say that. You might say that.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, y'all have a wonderful Wednesday, and stay safe out there, and stay inside if you can.
All right, Tina, thanks so much.
It is. You have a good day, Tina.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Tina White with that report from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. We're going to check in with Brenda Kelly next.
It's the store folks in Western North Carolina depend on. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. It's like a superstore. Deer corn, $11.05 for 50 pounds. Cob corn, $10. They have plenty of deer plant supplies. Check on the lower prices on propane, $12.99 for a 20-pound tank. Mulch, gravel, rocks, and supplies for beautiful landscaping. That's available at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply at lower prices. Open Monday through Saturday. If you want a feed and seed store that carries so much more, including new and used farm equipment, then come on over to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, 188 Whiteside Road.
Remember being out of school sick back during the 80s? Your sick starter kit was soda crackers and Bob Barker coming on Price is Right. You got to watch Bob Barker.
And
do
chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup, soda crackers,
And
I
get
like
off.
and
chicken noodle soup.
the price is
I don't
right.
I don't eat very many soups. The only kind of soup I'll eat is homemade vegetable soup that I make. I just never have been much for soup. I just don't care.
I like homemade vegetable too, Brenda.
Oh yeah, I like it, and I like to take hamburger meat and make little meatballs and drop in it.
Oh,
that's good stuff.
Yeah, that is good.
Good
Yeah,
stuff
that's
right
good.
there.
Yeah.
Hard to beat that.
That's right, with a cake of cornbread.
Oh, you can't beat it.
Wonder why they call cornbread a cake of cornbread.
I don't know. I don't put frosting on it, do you?
I'd look at it and see why they call it a cake of
cornbread.
Well, I mean, you bake it in a cast iron pan, kind of like you would. I mean, you cook a cake in a cast iron pan.
Well, I guess you could. I never have.
And it looks kind of like a cake when you put it, because you cut it like a cake.
Uh-huh.
That would be my only guess.
I don't know.
I make some of the best cornbread in the world.
Do you?
Okay,
absolutely.
I'll put mine up against you.
Absolutely.
Well,
See,
y'all gonna have to have a cook-off now.
So Brenda ain't gonna use what I use. Because she don't eat it.
You use mayonnaise.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I know. I use egg in mine.
That's how to make good cornbread.
Huh.
But
I'm sure there's not some kind of buttermilk involved. Do they do that?
I can remember when I first went to work at Fairhaven, and the director of nursing at the time come in one day, and I was making cornbread, and she said, "Is your cornbread as good as the lady that was on first shift cooking?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I've never ate hers. I'll let you be the judge of that." I said, "You come back in 30, 40 minutes and get you a piece." And from then on, I had to make her cornbread. She wouldn't eat nobody else's.
Oh.
And they say that, the cornmeal makes a difference. The butter you use makes a difference.
Right.
The mayonnaise, that I use makes a difference. All that makes a difference.
Yeah. Have y'all ever had Mexican cornbread?
I love it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
they've got the peppers and the corn and stuff like that. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Karen makes like a corn casserole. It's almost like a cornbread, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a corn casserole.
I think we need to have.
We
We need
like
a cornbread cook-off.
There we go.
That's what we need right there.
Give all our judges a glass of milk. We'll be good to go.
Now, I like cornbread and milk. Do you like that, Brenda?
Like what?
Cornbread and milk.
No, I'm not much of a milk eater.
Yeah.
Drinker. No. When I was, how old was I? 18. My stomach ruptured on me, and they kept a thing of half and half milk, or whatever you want to call it, in an ice bucket next to my bed in the hospital, and I was supposed to drink 2 of them a day, and it was a quart, and so it was a half a gallon, and it just, no, and since then I've not had any desire to sit down and drink milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand
I like chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk's all right. I just never, and I'm not a big egg eater.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I'll eat one once in a while, but not often. I can buy a dozen eggs unless I'm baking something that calls for eggs. They'll sit in the refrigerator and go bad.
I'm not an egg eater either.
So,
I eat eggs
but
every day.
anyway, do you eat eggs, Todd?
Every day. Every day I have 2 scrambled eggs with some
we just call him Egghead.
Tim's homemade salsa. Be good to go.
Well, we hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Let's see, I've got 60 degrees on the front porch. I don't have any birthdays, any anniversaries. I don't know of anything that's going on. It's just short, sweet, quiet, and hot. So people need to run the air conditioner when they can. I've got mine resting right now. It's not but 60 degrees, so I turn them off and let them take a rest early in the morning and open the doors and windows, and everything airs out.
Yep.
So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess you better go to Ellenborough and check on Luther Sweet Thing and see if he's got everything under control down there.
All righty,
We'll do it. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Brenda Kelly with that report from the Union Mills Fire District. We're going to just skip right on down to Luther Gillick and see if we can catch him down in Ellenborough.
Hey, come here,
Catch him at Bob Barker. Going to Ellenborough. Yeah, just carry on conversations. Yeah, community radio at its finest right here. Luther, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Drinking coffee, watching traffic go by.
There you go. That sounds like a winner to me.
It is. Sure, talking Wayne and Danny.
That's right. Tell Wayne and Danny we said hello.
Man said hello.
No, I said hello.
They said hello to you.
What you got down there, Luther?
Not a whole lot down here. Fire department didn't have anything. Everything's peaceful, calm, and quiet. Everything just going smooth this morning. So you have a great day up there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Luther. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. Luther Gillikin with that report from the Ellenboro Fire District, wrapping up our call-around report for this Wednesday.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush. Brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Folks, Granny B's is the headquarters for those delicious donuts, orange twist, Long John's cream-filled donuts, or just a traditional glazed donut. Enjoy a delicious fresh sub sandwich for lunch. If you don't want the bread, you can get that on a salad instead. For birthday showers or any occasion, call on Granny B's for their delicious cakes or pinafores. Open Tuesday through Friday 9 until 7, Saturday 9 until 6, closed on Monday. Call them at 286-9012, located at 322 West Main Street in Spindale. Granny B's, they are our official birthday sponsor right here at 100.9 Classic 101. Call your birthdays and anniversaries in now, 287-3356. We'll have a party in your honor coming up in just a few moments.
In Bangkok, Thailand, the government wanted to build a large highway through a village. However, there existed a Buddhist monastery with an 11-foot statue of Buddha where the road was planned to go. The total monastery had to be moved. Moving the buildings was easy, but now it was time to move the sacred statue. At first things went smoothly, but as the workers were lowering the statue into place, pieces of the clay began to crumble. The workers tried to be careful, but the closer the statue got to its resting place, the more it fell apart. At last, all of the clay fell away. Suddenly, the workers stared in disbelief. Under the clay, the workers discovered the statue was made of pure gold. Before the statue was moved, it was worth about $50,000. Today, that golden Buddha is worth millions. Life's disappointments may be earth's treasures. The Apostle James reminded his readers to consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Many individuals have discovered some of life's richest moments after heartbreaking failure or loss. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
Happy birthday today to Dupree Calvert from Forest City, celebrating a birthday today. People love him so much, they called his birthday in twice.
Sure did.
So, happy birthday, Dupree Calvert. Happy you have a wonderful day. Hope it's most definitely not your last one. Birthdays and events throughout history. 1854, George Eastman was born. Doesn't ring a bell, Tracy?
No, refresh my memory.
The Eastman Kodak Company.
Oh, the Kodak camera.
1864, George Washington Carver was born. He did a lot of research with the peanut. Found out probably invented peanut butter and anything with the peanut. George Washington Carver.
Love some peanut butter. Jif.
1908, Milton Berle was born, comedian. 1909, Curly Joe DeRita. He was the he was the sixth and final member of the Three Stooges. 1937, Bill Cosby was born. 1943, Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac was born. 1951, Cheryl Ladd was born, one of the Charlie's Angels. Remember that?
Sure was.
1983, Kimberly Perry from the band Perry was born. 1785, the first manned flight by a gas balloon took place on this day. That's a long time ago to be up in a balloon.
Yes, oh boy.
1862, United States Congress authorizes the Medal of Honor. 1882, the first ocean pier in the United States is completed. In 1928, the first televised tennis match was taking place. In 1933, Congress passes the first Minimum Wage Act. Guess what? They forced everybody to pay.
What?
33 cents an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Today is Extra Jello Day. Today is also Paper Bag Day. And probably my favorite, National Pecan Pie Day. It don't get much better than
yum.
pecan pie.
I wonder if Wayne Rollins has got some pecan pie.
I forgot Wayne's number. 479-494. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep. I probably shouldn't have said that over the air there, but call Wayne.
It's a free morning. We're just doing everything live on the air this morning.
That's right. Just go for it. Be done with it. Let's talk to Wayne Rollins over at Wayne's Lunchbox this morning. He probably still ain't recovered from his cruise yet. He's all laggy. I just want to sleep. I had a busy day.
I bet he's
yesterday.
back bright-eyed and bushy, Tail. He's like Brenda. Tina.
Uh-oh. Not going to get Wayne. We're going to try him one more again. See what we come up with. See if maybe he's just away from his phone.
Is it just me, or have we had a lot of people that are just...
I think people are tired. Sleepy.
Everybody's still recovering from the 4th of July.
Hit that hump day and they're just like, I don't want to do nothing.
They can't get over the hump.
That's right. They still climbing that one side of the hill. You know, because it really ain't officially halfway over till what? Dinner time today, 12, 1 o'clock, something like that. Not going to be able to get a hold of Wayne's Lunchbox, but I want you to go by and check out what Wayne's got going on for lunch. I know he's got some good lunch specials going on. You can enjoy Wayne's Lunchbox Monday through Thursday with all your homemade favorites, sure to please even the picky eaters. Enjoy burgers, salads, sandwiches, meat and veggie trays are available open Monday through Thursday, 11 until 2. Supper served from 3 till 7. Also, Wayne's Lunchbox has a great catering service. From budget traditional to elaborate, whatever your taste is, Wayne can provide all you need for a perfect event. They're located at 391 East Main Street in Spindale. Call Wayne at 395-2225. That's Wayne's Lunchbox in Spindale. And if you go eat one time, I guarantee you'll go back and eat again because
you surely will.
It's that good.
It really is. And he's got what you want. You can't go wrong. He's got a great and good menu with great selection.
Just a reminder, Atlanta Braves are still on the All-Star break. They'll be back in action on Friday. Let me get my paper there. Braves versus Chicago, 6:05 p.m. airtime for that. First pitch will be sometime around 7:15, 7:20 or so. So Braves will be back in action on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they're on All-Star break this week, so they're taking a break from that. Playing the All-Star game. I believe the All-Star game is tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
I think. If my memory. I think I read something about that yesterday. I really don't know. Well, folks, it's been fun being here. Be good and be good to each other. It'll all come back around to you. I promise.
590 AM WCAB Rutherford, translating on W265 DW 100.9, is now Classic 101.
And CN News, I'm Mike Riley. The new fiscal year began